Stanford football has hired a new head coach, kind of. In interim capacity, Frank Reich will be the head coach for this season and this season alone. Basically a stopgap for 1 year while Stanford gets its act together and tries to find their long-term head coach. And I don't think this is too bad of a move because they're not going to be competitive this season. They're going to lose a lot more players in the portal. They've already lost some because a 30-day window opened the second they let go of Troy Taylor, and they're just not going to be very competitive. I still think it's interesting to think about some of the head coaching candidates for Stanford football now that they'll have basically an entire season to look. And if you're looking at a guy like Chris Peterson that isn't coaching right now, it'd be really easy to negotiate with him and potentially float some offers. I still think this is a bit of a fever dream though. It's pretty clear that defensive coordinator Bobby April will not be the guy they choose because otherwise they would have just promoted him or made him the head coach. Cliff Kingsbury is the other interesting name that's been floated along with Jason Garrett, but those both seem like kind of high-risk hires, and I don't think Andrew Luck as a GM would be willing to make a move like that. The name I like the most right now is Ken Niumatalolo. He does more with less. He did it at Navy. He's doing it at San Jose State right now, and I think he'd be a really great fit at Stanford where you've got to work around a bunch of academic restrictions and stuff like that. I think he would really thrive in an environment like that. I mean, who's a guy more suited to do that than a guy that had to do it at Navy for a long time? Another name that works in theory is Bronco Mendenhall. Maybe he wants to get back and elevate to a power conference status. He's at Utah State for his first season right now, but you get the feeling he wouldn't want to get back to a school with high academic standards and probably has PTSD from his time at Virginia, so not really a serious candidate. But let me know down in the comments, what are some potential candidates that you think Stanford could hire to be their next head coach?